Patrick Cook here. So welcome to session number 14 of our tutorial series. This is number 4 of the Fun with Mandelbulb3D Mutations. That last session, you saw that I ran into a situation where the MutaGen was attempting to assign a formula which didn't exist. And I got an error message. And what I did is I said, you know what, I'm not really sure whether or not the application is stable or not, so I just restarted the application. Now, when I restart the application, I lost all my generation history. All right? That's okay. That's all just part of the game. Now, the reason I ran into that is because I had cranked up this exchange, add, and remove formulas all the way to the max. All right? That's okay. I understand. I'm going to get all the way back here. I'm turning everything up to the max. All right, let's mutate that, and let's see if we get through this one okay. All right, now keep in mind that it's exchanging, adding, and removing formulas. All right, and so far, everybody's okay. Everybody's okay. So kind of a potluck situation. That last time, it actually was trying to assign a formula, and it tried to assign it multiple times that didn't exist. It didn't exist in my Mandelbulb installation. For whatever reason, it didn't exist. But in this case, everything's cranked up full. I got a good, successful run of these mutations. Okay. So what I was attempting to demonstrate is that you can use the MutaGen for full-out discovery. Full-out discovery. Crank it all the way to the max, maximum probability, maximum strength, and just let it rip. And then you say, hey, look, I like where this is going, or I like where this is going. This is pretty cool. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double-click that. I'm going to make that a new base of a new 2 generations. All right. And you say, hey, that's pretty close. It's about similar. That's pretty much. And you say, here's what you say. I don't like any of these mutations here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this base right where it is, and I'm going to hit mutate again. Mutate again. All right. Now here's a new generation that was created, generation history. All right, and I'm doing more mutants. All right, and I say, hey, you know, I like where this one's going. This is pretty cool. So I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to make that the base of a new generation. Double click. All right, and it's mutating again. Now so far, all of no errors. No errors. All right. Anyway, I could continue this for hours, but you don't want to see me just sitting here punching buttons. All right. But what I'm demonstrating here is the process of discovery that is utilizing a controlled modification of the formula construct attributes. All right. It's a controlled modification of the formula constructs. Now, the word controlled is key, because if I'm in here and I'm modifying these formula constructs manually, well, I'm controlling. I'm deciding to add a formula, remove a formula, exchange a formula, modify the properties. Okay, so I'm in full control. I'm in full control. Now, whether or not I'm actually going to get to this depth of modifications, well, I don't know. If I make enough changes, yeah, manually. But when I say semi-controlled, I mean that I'm allowing this particular tool, the MutaGen tool, to control, but within boundaries. These are my boundaries. These options are my boundaries. I'm saying go for it. Go for the maximum exchange, add, and remove formulas. Go for the maximum of changing properties. I'm controlling the degree that the mutagen will apply to the creation of mutations. So it is a controlled method of discovery. All right. Now, I hope that concept really sinks in good, because what you want to do is you want to be able to control the degree to which these mutations are created. All right. In this case, all out. Full probability, full maximum strength, all out. Go for it. Because I want to just kind of make a bunch of mutations until I see something I really like. And I say, well, hey, this one here is interesting. I'm going to send that to the main editor. All right. And I'm going to take and run with this. Now I can come in here, I can modify things. Let's get the navigator up here that will give us this very nice formula property modification with using sliders. And I'm going to say, well, look, I got 2, I got 3, 4, I got 4 formulas here. And I'm going to play around with this formula right here. It's not really doing much of anything. I'm going to reset the value. Oh, okay, it did. It just lagged a little bit. All right, let's take this one right here. All right, let's increase the iterations. Okay, you see? Okay, now look, I mean, I could take my mutation. I can take a mutation. I can take a mutation right here. I can swing it up to the main editor, and I can pull it into my navigator, and I can certainly change the position of my camera. All right, and I can also change properties. So in this case, I've used the mutagen to go off and radically change the formula construct attributes. All right, the formula slots, the properties, the iteration count, the Julia mode, attributes, radically change the attributes to see if I can discover something, a graphic that's very interesting that I can take and run with. That's the key. So what I'm explaining here is utilizing the mutagen to perform controlled tests of the various formula construct attributes to give me some options of Mandelbulb objects or designs or patterns that I can take and run with. Okay? All right, that's pretty straightforward. So this is the process of using the mutagen to discover or to aid in your discovery of Mandelbulb designs that you probably would not have discovered if you took a pure manual approach to modifying the attributes of these formula constructs. And that's the key. So that is a valuable way to be able to utilize the mutagen to aid in your process of discovery, but to do so in a controlled manner that will modify multiple formula construct attributes that you probably would not have modified manually. Okay. All right. So, so digest that, and let's end this session here, and when we come back, I want to talk about using the MutaGen when you go grab somebody else's parameter set and then modify based upon somebody else's work. Okay? All right, so I'll see you in the next session.